Alrighty, before I start this video, I know I haven't uploaded in a while, I'm sorry about that. Also, Forza Horizon 5 is actually already out by the time I'm posting this, which is kind of weird because I was making this a week ago. Or maybe 2 weeks ago even. It will make sense. Yeah, just wanted to kind of clarify that. Don't dislike the video for no reason, although they'll start hiding the dislikes soon anyway. Anyway, enjoy the video. Alrighty. If you're familiar with Forza Horizon 4, you probably know that the Ferrari 599XX Evo is the fastest car in the game, and probably one of the most expensive too, coming in at roughly $15 million. Now ever since I started playing Forza, I've always wanted to own that car, but I never had the time nor the money to do it. So today, with enough luck, I'm hoping to get it. Forza Horizon 5 comes out in exactly a week today, so I want to tick it off my bucket list just in time for the new game. So let's jump into it. Now, there are a few rules surrounding this challenge. We have a starting balance of $20,000, which we cannot use our personal money to kind of get higher up in this challenge. We must only use that 20,000, and anything we make, we must only use that. Yeah, that's the only rules. Okay, let's do this. Day 1. This was the start of it all. I went into this challenge honestly not thinking I would get far, but boy was I wrong. This was going to be a successful start of the day, and I mean just the challenge as a whole. First up, we got this Mercedes, which was, I think we got it for $12,000. I mean, that alone looked promising, but I'm not even done. We then snatched up this Porsche for only $8,000, which means to start off the challenge, we'd spent $20,000 on cars, and then threw about $8,400 at upgrading the Porsche to make it look pretty, meaning we spent $28,400 of our $30,000 to start with. That left us with $1,600. At this point, it was getting late, so I decided to do the cars up, make them look pretty, put them on the auction house for an hour, and see if I could make any profit. And oh boy, I did. Day 2 was an interesting day. I woke up, jumped on my computer, and checked to see if any of the cars had sold. Sadly, they had sold for $96,000 and $110,000. How is that even possible? Overnight, we landed $206,000. And with our leftover $1,600 from yesterday, we were standing on a whopping $207,600. Now with this money, I was already excited, but I didn't know what to spend the money on. So I jumped onto the auction house and just looked at what was trending. I managed to pick up this Lamborghini Murcielago for $50,000, this McLaren 570S Coupe for $31,000, and lastly this McLaren 720S for $126,000. That totals to $207,000, leaving me with a bare $600. So what did I do? I painted the cars in unique ways, put them all on the auction for an hour, and see how much money I could make.
Nice.
Ah, that's hot. That's hot.
And just 30 minutes later, my McLaren 570S sold for its buyout price of $159,000. My Murcielago still had time remaining on it, and my McLaren 720S did not sell from the previous hour. So I just put the McLaren back up and waited for them to finish. Now we had $159,000 in the bank, which I then spent $34,000 on a Lamborghini Huracan, which I also spent $33,700 on upgrades for, leaving me with $91,000. After doing up the Huracan, I put it on the auction house and went to check on the Murcielago, which actually sold for $110,000, bringing us up to $201,300. Finally, we were getting somewhere. I then bought this Ferrari 488 Speciale for $131,000, bringing my overall balance to $70,600. I then spent a further $3,800 on upgrades for the Ferrari, leaving me with a total of $66,800. I then checked in on my auctions, and my Hurricane sold for $247,000, and my 720S sold for $366,000. Not much time later, my 488 also sold for $200,000, leaving me now with $879,800 and sleep deprivation. The next day, I continued the grind. Jumped on the auction house and bought this Lykan Hypersports for $771k, and I'm now left with $108,800. I also spent $62,000 on upgrades, and I was then left with $46,800. I did up the Lykan, made it look jazzy, and sold it for a whole $1.1 million. I now had $1,146,800. I was not done yet. I then bought this Ferrari F40 Chimpanzee for $537,000, leaving me with $609,800. Not long after, it was sold for an impressive $1,650,000, leaving me now with $2,259,800. Now this had me thinking for a bit. If I just found an easily profitable car, there's no way. The only way to know or not was to buy not one, but two more, for only $765,000. I then spent $19,450 on both cars' upgrades, painted them, and put them on the auction. I now had $1,455,900. I went to bed, keen for day 4. Now day 4 was spicy. As usual, I woke up, checked my computer, and there it was. I sold both F40s for the same buyout price of $1,650,000. I now had just under $5 million with $4,755,900. My god, nearly $5 million? These cars were destiny. These were the key to succeeding this challenge. So I quickly bought another two for $400,000 and the other for $488,000, leaving me with the remaining $3,867,900. I put the other two on the market, and what do you know? Bought out for the same $1.65 million. We were rolling in cash. We had $7,167,900. I bought one more F40 competition there for $443,000 and sold it for another $1.65 million again. I now had $8,374,900. So I decided to call it quits for the day and went to bed. And man, what a day it was. Day 5. Oh, what a lovely day. The day I, yes me, Glowify, crashed the auction house. I logged on hoping to sell some easy F40s and make lots of profit, only to find the buyout price had fallen to just over $1 million and they were selling for $900k a car. I had single-handedly killed the market of F40s by buying them cheap and selling them cheap. Nobody would buy them for more than $1.65 million. I'd ruined my own money-making method. I checked the trending auctions and found the Bugatti Chiron for $1,502,000. It sold quickly for $2 million though, leaving me with $8,872,900. I then bought the trending 2016 Mustang GT for $6 million, which, note to self, was the dumbest thing I could have bought. I could have easily just lost everything here, but luckily for me, it sold for a swift $7 million. It was just under $10 million now, with $9,872,900. We were close, but not close enough. Day 6. I only needed a few small profits now, because I was so close. So instead of taking risks, I just bought under $1 million cars. Well, at least I tried to. First I grabbed this 2012 Forza Edition Aventador for $331,000, which sold for $600,000. This Ferrari Enzo, which I got for $728,000 and sold it for $1,540,000. This Dodge Charger, which only cost $42,000 and sold for $100,000. Picked up this Ferrari F50 for a steal, which was only $147,000 and sold for $800,000. I bought another Lykan Hypersport for $1 million, which sold for $1,870,000. And lastly, I bought this Porsche 917 for $1,211,000, which sold for a nice $2 million. Now this left me with, wait for it, $13,323,900. I jumped straight into the auction house, and it was there, the Ferrari 599 XX Evo. I found a cheaper buyout price of $12,218,000, and there it was all mine. I finally did it, just in time for Forza Horizon 5. All it took was a few hours a day worth of trading, painting cars, and being persistent. It paid off. I could finally uninstall the game with peace of mind, knowing I'd done what I've been dying to do since the car was added to the game. Forza Horizon 4 felt complete. Ah crap, I don't own Edinburgh Castle. God. Hey, thank you guys for sticking out the video. Thanks for watching. Cool, means a lot, you know. I do enjoy doing this. I just don't do it very often because I have a very busy life, and yet a very not busy life. It's complicated. I'm getting way too personal. Hey, smack like, hit subscribe. It encourages me to post more. Thank you. Have a good day.